Let's just take a moment to bask. Rex, you're 59 years old. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, and I've been a fan of this game forever and coached it for 30 years. Never, ever in my life have I seen a better game. And to me, it's like, it's crazy. I know we're going to talk about the mistakes that were made, but this game was absolutely phenomenal by two generational talents at quarterback.
I mean, it's the best quarterbacking game I certainly have ever seen. And Josh Allen should not have to lose that game. But the funny thing is, or the wild thing to me is, first of all, the NFL is king. I mean, the NFL is absolute king. We can give the NFL a round of applause and those two quarterbacks. When Josh Allen threw that touchdown pass to Gabe Davis, I had a buddy of mine, Dave Phelps, texted me. He said, "What did I just witness?" And I responded back with the takeover. Because that's what it felt like. Josh Allen took that game over. And then it felt like Patrick Mahomes told everybody, hold on. I'm still on the top of the throne, and I think that's what we witnessed at the end of that game and into overtime.
It's ironic that you got that text, because with 13 seconds left, Mike McCarthy texted Jerry Jones and said, this game's over. 13 seconds, not enough time to do anything. Maybe they'll run quarterback draw. The quarterbacks last night, they threw for 707 yards, 8 touchdowns, and no picks. Ryan Clark, let's talk about it. Where to begin? Before we start diving into the mistakes, RC, I'm giving you the floor because we've not heard from you this morning. Where to begin?
Well, first off, Josh Allen played the game where you're playing against anybody else and you win. You not only win, you cement yourself as an elite top-tier quarterback and maybe the best in the world. The problem is he was already playing the best in the world. And I said this last night. There are going to be a ton of Hall of Famers, or there were a ton of Hall of Famers in the NBA, the Patrick Ewings, the Reggie Millers, the Charles Barkley, who played in the era with a guy named Michael Jordan, and his team was the Chicago Bulls. Now, all of these players are revered. All of these players in their own cities are loved. The same way Josh Allen will be, the same way Justin Herbert will be, the same way Joe Burrow will be. But they will all have to beat Patrick Mahomes. They will all have to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And right when you were thinking, as Dan said, that it was the takeover, Patrick Mahomes said, not so fast. Patrick Mahomes said, listen, I had to evolve throughout this season. There was a point in this season where I was doubted. There was a point in this season where every post-game press conference, Patrick Mahomes had to say, the defense carried us. Well, tonight was different. Last night, we got to see playoff Patrick Mahomes, a Patrick Mahomes who rarely makes mistakes, a Patrick Mahomes who with any deficit has shown that he can bring his team back. And with 13 seconds, he got 3 plays off to put this game into overtime. In 14 seconds, the Dallas Cowboys couldn't even spike the dang football. That's who Patrick Mahomes is. That's the type of game we watched. It's the best final quarter I've ever seen in my life in any sport.
Yes.
Any sport. And it was amazing to watch, and we were all blessed to see it.
It felt like one of these basketball games where the two stars are going back and forth. Okay, enough of the waxing rhapsodic. Let's dive into it. In order for the Kansas City Chiefs to win that game with 13 seconds left, the Bills have to do some things wrong. What did they do wrong? Maybe
one of the biggest errors that I've seen, and look, Sean McDermott, a ton of respect for him as a football coach, but how in the heck you don't squib that thing is beyond me.
Explain that for the fans who don't know what you mean.
Okay, here's why, and I've heard people mortar kick it. No, you want to squib it. Put the ball on the ground. It makes the receiving team have to field the ball. Why is that important? Because even if the guy gives himself up, you're looking at between 3 and 5 seconds, and they're probably just going to return it. But 3 to 5 seconds, even if they give themselves up, now you can play your end of the game defense like you had on the field there. All right, they're not going to get those opportunities. He's going to get 1, 2 plays at the max. All right, in those situations, not time to use your timeouts and kick a field goal.
The squib kick, Dan.
Yeah, and here's 2 things that need to be added to that point. Number 1, the clock starts when the receiving team touches the ball.
Right.
So let's say the receiving team touches the ball and that gets squibbed and it's down at the 15 or 20 yard line and they give themselves up right away. Maybe a second comes off the clock, but they're doing that probably somewhere around the 15 yard line, right?
Yeah, it's more than a second. It's at least 3 seconds.
But you know what I'm saying? Like even if it's 2 seconds. Now let's say if they return it, which they field it and they return it, then you're taking 3, 4, 5 seconds off of the clock. So the fact that Buffalo doesn't squib kick that ball in many ways is the biggest reason why they lost that football game. And that's the truth about the situation.
I agree, but understand, guys, when you field the football, All right. Now you got to make a possession. You can't just lay on the ground. You're gonna get up.
Right.
All right. You've got to field the ball, then take a forward movement, and then give yourself up.
Right.
All right. You don't just lay on the ground. They're not going to blow it dead. You have to make a possession, a movement,
possession,
and then give yourself up. It's at least 3 seconds. At least 3 seconds.
So the squib kick is a mistake. And then how about the defense, Ryan Clark, as one who played defense your entire career as a safety? I mean, how do they give up 2 chunk plays like that in that amount of time?
Well, I think when you look at the first play with Tyreek Hill, that's special to having someone with that talent. We forget sometimes that Tyreek Hill was an all-pro punt returner, and he got to show us some of that last night when he fielded a couple of punts because it's a big game. They see that they're playing the soft coverage. That's okay. You get the ball to Tyreek Hill. You get some blockers in front of him. You get some chunk yardage. When you look at the second play, it seemed that the Buffalo Bills were playing the sideline, and Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes understood that. So they tightened up the split. Travis Kelce stayed inside the seam. They were able to hit him and get yards after the catch, which was extremely important. This was managed better by the Kansas City Chiefs than it was the Buffalo Bills. This wasn't a situation where I thought we saw someone mismanage the time as much as I saw somebody manage the time the way it was supposed to be. I agree with both Rex and Dan. It should have been a squib kick. I thought that was a no-brainer. And after they made that mistake, they put their defense in a bad position. Also, think about this. Is the Kansas City Chiefs don't play well throughout the second half. If the Kansas City Chiefs aren't efficient throughout the second half, they don't have 2 timeouts to use. We have ridiculed Andy Reid a little bit this year, Eric Bieniemy for some of the play calling offensively, but they were absolutely perfect last night when they needed to be, and we have to give that coaching staff their kudos for that.
All right, we're going to be all over this all day, but let me get Rex a final word on that.
Yeah,
just on
a
the
final
defense
word.
they
Just
played.
picture this.
Yeah.
Run your exact defense.
Right.
All right. If you're not in a 4-man rush, be in a 2-man rush and put a guy in man coverage on Tyreek Hill and a guy in man coverage on Travis Kelce. And still play your zone coverage and see what happens. Time is what you want. You want the quarterback to hold the football. But why am I sitting here? I have no idea.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.